Booba-doop. Let's get back to work. Wow. People. They connect to a lot of kids that connect to me. A lot of those kids get angry and violent, get ostracized from society, and end up having to do things that are considered illegal through philanthropy just for their family to survive. Loved his mother and his sister. Luke and Tony call him Mister. Little Janet says he looks so fine, right? And people monitoring them study him say, look at the people that believe in him. Look at the people that he talks to at the store. Look at the things some of these people do to survive your hell. If a kid gets high or drunk to survive hell because he feels his father's spirit being tortured, right? Because I'm your father, right? Now, there's a sperm donor because she couldn't find me or a man like me. She's going to raise her sons to be like me or a man like me. Okay, but the sperm donor, what's the sense in sharing this one and only life? Ending up just another lost and lonely wife. You count up the years and they will be filled with tears. Yeah. Encourage the babies each time they say, yes, Seth, self-preservation is what's really going on here today. Yeah. Right? Secure. I got my brother no matter what's happening to him, no matter how bad he feels in this house. I'm his rock. I can do it. If he needs to be carried, someday I'll be down and he'll carry me through. Sure enough. Sure you know, right? I sit there and said, some of these kids, they get into things that are very difficult and violent. They get locked up. They get put away. Right? They get tired, angry, right? And then they need somebody to set them straight, Miss Parsons, if I ain't selling drugs, somebody else going to do it. That's bullshit. That's like saying if you don't fuck your dog in the ass, somebody else going to do it. I don't want to hear that shit. Encourage the babies each time they say, self-preservation, what's going on today? You need that dog to protect you from somebody trying to fuck you in the ass, so stop doing that, right? I'm a man. Yes, I am, and I can't help but love you so. I got whiskers on my chin, right? So you understand, there are beautiful, strong young men out there that have ugly scientists that are jealous of them and say what bad people they are because they manipulate them with science projects and money. Okay. And do you think those ugly scientists would be as ugly as they are today if they stood up with the 250 to get the women and the children back from the Philistines with King David on that day? All on that day. Send a man, where you going to run to? All on that day, right? The Lord said, go to the devil. All on that. I went to the river and the river was boiling, right? And you all know a bipolar woman named Nina Simone, right? Hard to deal with. You ever talk to that woman in prayer? It's almost as hard as talking to Billie Holiday in prayer. It ain't easy. Something it ain't easy. It ain't easy. The way things are going, Christ, it ain't easy. We look like two gurus in drag, right? You guys want to know what it's like? You have any idea what it's like to try to be a good person being tortured by hypocrites and heathens that are jealous of you because you're attractive and lots of girls like you and they don't want you to keep a job? You ever seen Nothing But a Man with Ivan Dixon and Abby Lincoln? Right? When you watch TV and you connect to the people on TV manipulating you with mass murder and money, right? The people right now throwing people out of the country because of political shenanigans over money, and coming into houses and invading the houses and throwing people out off of their documentation written by people that abuse people with dictation and legislation, okay? Your mother prays a rosary. Has she ever prayed a prayer for me? Come out, Virginia, okay? I've had prayers and visions of a man named Barack Hussein on his haunches, sitting there, like people when they get like this, when they on their haunches like this. All right, he's down like this. He's smoking a cigarette with no lights on in the Oval Office. Stressed all to hell. Michelle coming down, getting on hers and talking to him, saying, Brock, don't let this shit worry you. You know what the military is doing to that man's wife and his daughter? You know what they're doing to his son? This ain't gonna go down good for us, Michelle, at all. We thought this guy was a crazy, fucked up, pervert, child molesting redneck. And it's all our business partners that are, and this guy's trying to stop him, and no one else is helping him. I know. Okay. Trust me, I know, Barack. Okay. There's no way out of this hell. Yeah, there is truth. No, everybody will hate you. They can't hate you any more than they hate themselves. How can one man be so perfect and everybody else not? When you've been turned into a god by those rotten, murdering gods, the Egyptians, the Romans, the Babylonians, the Philistines, the great Han Empire, the great Mongolian Empire, the great Genghis Khan, Kublai Khan, what was the other dumbass name? Hannibal the Lecter. No, it's Hannibal. I don't know. No, who really righteously gives a fuck? Yeah, they come a dime a dozen. You know, murdering charismatic fuckers come a dime a dozen. Try to find one who's gonna give you good love. It ain't gonna happen. Okay. And then she said, just because you become a young man now, right? So you guys gotta understand. Okay. Some people involved in politics start to lose their mind because they feel so bad of what they're involved with trying to kill Earl Parsons and depress everybody that believes in him to death. Okay, some people start to lose their mind. They go in the closet and they pray. They know the scientists are watching them, making fun of them, but they just don't fucking care anymore. You know, they're Lisa with Bart, prayer, the last refuge of a scoundrel, right? You know what I'm saying? So there's a dove walking across there. I was wondering, every time the doves go across there, I wait and see if I'm see a little roadrunner again. Where's the roadrunners? State birds, y'all. But so you guys understand. For all you hillbilly redneck tribalist asshole motherfuckers who don't believe in your cousin, okay, because you think he acts too much like a nigger, I told my nephew Isaac about that during the barbecue when they come out here. Was out there shooting hoops, and I said, you knew when I knew I was good, and I was probably one of the best players that anybody ever knew in the barrio or the hood, was when I heard this. He play like a faggot nigger. He plays like a joto negro. That boy think he bad. Okay? That boy think he bad. That's all the faggot niggas and the joto negros saying that about me. Right? That's when I knew these motherfuckers can't hang with the early bird, right? Mama's Pearl gonna play, And then that was when I quit. Yeah, because all I remember hearing every time I played sports, football, basketball, you name it. It happened to me when I was a little kid playing soccer against the Mexicans. And then shit, oh my shin, son of a bitch. You ever been cracked in the shins by someone with their top of their foot and their tennis shoes or their boots? Oh, fuck, it hurts. Running full speed, crack. And you're like, son of a bitch, you little fucker. You little held back twice, 13-year-old dumbass. That's how you feel. You're illiterate, ignorant, little mean fucker. We're just playing sports. You're white and you've got everything. I live in a 2-bedroom adobe in barracks conditions with my sisters. My dad's a plumber and my mom's a legal secretary that has to put up with the most egotistical bullshit word artist in all of Doñana fucking county, asshole. Talking trash to the secretary, saying, hey, mama, come on over here, right? Fuck. Just so happens I'm free tonight. Would you like to have dinner with me? No, Ruby Ann took the man of this poor man. Ain't true love a funny thing, right? Got them drinking smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee blues, bitch. A white sport coat and a pink carnation and in a blue mood, right? Because now all the Zelenskys, all the Putins, all the Trumps, and all the Barack Obamas and the Chris Hemsworths of the world, the truth is evident and lie is obvious. Okay? And every woman that's becoming a woman for the first time in their bitchy little lives, they're kissing you, they're sleeping with you, they're having sex with you. But you know who they're thinking of? Men like me. And men like me are being destroyed by jealous cowards like you with money and technology. And you don't want to waste all that natural resources on a car garage that holds it like they're holding cars in a shoe rack. Tom Cruise, you refuse to lose. There is no winner and there is no loser. There's just faithful, loving peace. And if you're not capable, you're not man enough to man up next to me. Will he be on my right? Will my sons be on your right-hand side when the kingdom of heaven comes? Why, yes, Miss Muhammad, Secure and Seth will be on my right-hand side. Mrs. Cruz? No, Tom be cruising over that way in his helicopter. Maybe he can listen to Larry, the table guy, tell him jokes while he cuts his hair. Well, rhinestones is there rhinestones in the propellers? L.A. Star, that's what I are. Do it. You ought to see my car. It drives itself, right? You funny. Yeah, but not that funny. Tupac Secure. Sometimes you gotta just laugh to get through this shit. So help your brother laugh. Keep him away from the bottle of the blunt. Keep him sober. Let him know it's time. Time is at hand. Mama was right. Papa was a rolling stone. But the spirit of our Father told us he loves us as much as Noah, Carmen, and Patrick in that parking lot yesterday. Right? Right, Jesus? Orale. We are the church. Peace out.